team does not look like much. Sitting all right, everybody's under like 2 feet tall. It feels like. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Berman. Today we are hitting the VGC Series 1. I messed that up in my last video. Still Series 1, ranked ladder with this cool Lockix and Squawkabelly team. If you aren't already subscribed, do please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I always appreciate it, and we're sharing weird, fun teams all the time. My goal in life is to make weird Pokemon win battles in competitive settings in the current meta without too much gimmicky stuff. So if you're into that kind of thing, you want to use weird Pokemon on the ranked ladder, I'm sharing rental codes all the time. Speaking of, we have the rental code and PokePaste for this team in the description as well as a team breakdown. Go into the description and check those out. Let me know what you'd change about the team. Let me know if you use the team for yourself. Let me know if you take the team breakdown, build the team for yourself, and change a couple of things. I want to know about that stuff. Comment that below. I love when people do that. And also in the description below is a link to a Discord that you can join, in which you can talk to the other people watching this channel, trade, share battle ideas, team ideas, stuff like that, and a bunch of time codes. So if you want to skip the oncoming team breakdown, you can do that. Although I always recommend that people watch it for new teams because I'm going to be talking about how the team works, and you might miss that if you want to use the team for yourself. Without further ado, let's hop into that team breakdown really quickly. Guys, this is my first time using Go on the channel. Can you believe it? One of the most used Pokemon, if not the most used Pokemon in the early meta of Scarlet and Violet is Go. And I have not used it. Today, it felt appropriate. Today, it made its way onto a team. I am a defender of Go. I love how Go looks. I love cartoonish, derpy things. So it should be no surprise to you that somebody with a freaking Lickitung as the channel mascot might be into String Cheesehead over here. This is our Go Life Orb. Timid, max special attack, max speed, good as gold. Shadow Ball, make it rain thunder, and protect. Gotta throw a little bit of spice on the most common Pokemon. Gotta throw thunder in there for a little bit of something different, because I'm annoying. It's also going to be a steel Terra type, not a ghost Terra type, as is reflected there. We have Pelipper, who's going to be setting rain for us. Citrus Berry. Guys, this Pelipper is max special attack, max HP. If you were watching the regionals in San Diego this weekend, you know that there was maybe a Pelipper or two that dealt a lot of damage. We're trying to do that today with our Pelipper, and no Tailwind on this Pelipper. I'm not interested. It's Hurricane, Hydro Pump, Icy Wind, and U-Turn. And we have a Citrus Berry on it. Its Terra type is going to be Ground. Gang, this Pelipper, if you borrow the team, might change. Because right now I have the Assault Vest on the Lockix. Assault Vest might end up on this Pelipper. It depends on if it's dying a lot to special attacking moves, then I might just swap it over there. Look out for that in the rental code. Don't be surprised if it happens. I might switch it over. Currently, with the team we're going to battle with today in the video, it's not going to be that way, but I might just alter it for when the code is shared. We have Palafin here. Palafin obviously is going to be the 0 to hero type with Jolly Nature. There is no other type of Palafin. If you're using Palafin without 0 to hero, first of all, I don't know if you can. Does it get any other abilities? Not sure. And also, what are you doing? This is the best way to do it. Jolly Nature with max attack, max speed. It's a choice band with Jet Punch, Wave Crash, Drain Punch, and Flip Turn. Drain Punch might change to close combat, so be aware of that too. That small change might happen, and it's going to be the Water Terra type, not Ghost. We have Squawkabelly. My first time using Squawkabelly. A lot of people have asked me to use Squawkabelly because I think it is... There's a lot of memes on Twitter about like how Squawkabelly is the new Incineroar. Obviously, that's a little silly. But it does get a lot of the same things. It gets Intimidate, it gets Parting Shot, it gets Taunt, and it actually gets something that Incineroar wish it had, which is Tailwind. So it is a really nice support Pokemon. This one's going to be Jolly Nature. It's going to be Brave Bird as well, and it's got a Focus Sash. So just be aware of that. You know, you don't want to use Brave Bird until your Sash is broken, probably. It's also a Flying Terra type to boost that Brave Bird if you need it. You're probably not going to be Terraing this Squawkabelly as much. but just so you're aware. We also have Lockix. Lockix is a Pokemon that is so annoying in the overworld, but I think its design slaps so hard. I also think people don't like the design of this Pokemon. I think you're nuts. I think this Pokemon is hard as hell, okay? It's tight, all right? I mean, just look at him. Look at him. He's like a robot. He's like a freaking Power Ranger bug. What's wrong with you? We have a Jolly Nature with Tinted Lens, so not very effective moves are going to deal regular damage. They do not get that bonus for being super... sorry, opposite. It's the opposite. Our moves that deal not very effective damage are going to deal regular damage, okay? Which is really important because if you look at this Pokemon, oh, like, we have nothing for fairy types. Doesn't really matter. We're still doing neutral damage to those fairy types, which is really, really cool. And we have First Impression, Throat Chop, Axe Kick, U-Turn. We're holding an Assault Vest. Again, this might change. The Assault Vest might end up on the Pelipper. You know, we might swap this to a different item as well. I really, really have loved using this Pokemon on this team. I'll explain why in a minute. But obviously, just from out of the gate, Rain helps it survive fire moves, right? So it's one less thing to worry about for Lockix if Rain is active. And another Pokemon that benefits in that same exact way is Amoonguss. It's Min Speed for if your opponent wants to try and get Trick Room up. If they succeed, then if you have Amoonguss, you have nothing to worry about. You can stall out that Trick Room pretty easily. Rage Powder, Clear Smog, Protect, and Spore with a Rocky Helmet for any mouse holds that want to get crazy. Gang, really quickly, how the team works together. This team is all about pivoting. This team is all about switching in and out all of your Pokemon. Almost every single Pokemon benefits. Actually, every single Pokemon benefits from switching out happening. Let me explain. Golden Go doesn't get a pivot move, but after you've used Make It Rain, the way that you reset that is by switching out. Obviously, you'd want to switch out to reset those special attack drops, and Golden Go can do that. Typically, Golden Go is like a late game finisher for me on this team, but in case you lead it or something and you want to reset, obviously having a nice, fluent, pivot-friendly team like this is very helpful for that. Pelipper has U-Turn and gets Drizzle. Obviously, if you're fighting against another weather team and you need to have some weather wars, Drizzle coming in and out, super, super helpful. And it's also slow. This is not a timid Pelipper. This is not a Pelipper that's operating under, setting Tailwind for itself at all. This Pelipper is slow for slow U-turns so that you can get Lockix, so you can get Golden Go, so you can get the Palafin in safely at the end of the turn rather than U-turning into an attack all of a sudden. We have Palafin. Obviously, Palafin gets Flip Turn, and obviously Palafin benefits from switching back in. This Pokemon gets an entire new form with broken stats when it switches back in, so that's obviously very pivot friendly. We have Squawk ability that gets Intimidate, an ability that is very pivot friendly, and Parting Shot that will switch you in and out. We have U-Turn on our Lockix, and Lockix gets First Impression, which you can only use on the first turn that you're on the field after switching back in. So you can use First Impression, U-Turn, come back in, use First Impression again. Really, really powerful bug-type physical move that benefits from pivoting. And we have Amoonguss that has Regenerator, which is obviously really, really good for pivoting, so you can heal your Amoonguss. Every single Pokemon on this team benefits from pivoting. And weirdly, pivoting is kind of how this team protects. You need to be able to switch into Pokemon that are going to be able to take the move oncoming, because only 2 Pokemon on this entire team have Protect, that being Golden Go and that being Amoonguss. Be aware of that. You're not going to be protecting a ton. This is sort of a hyper offense team. And obviously Tailwind helps Golden Go and most of Palafin's moves, and Lockix go first, but Tailwind isn't entirely necessary. There are situations in which you don't need Tailwind. Golden Go is going to want Tailwind, but you have Choice Band Jet Punch, and if you're in the rain and you Terra Water, that's going to be doing an insane amount of damage, and you don't need Tailwind to pull it off. And the same thing with First Impression. If you're banking on that late game, you don't need to reset Tailwind. You don't even need to set Tailwind, because First Impression is going to be doing a ton of damage, and it'll move before most other moves in the game. Gang, that's how the team operates. I'm so excited to use it. I was killing it on Showdown earlier with this team, so I really hope it translates. And without any further ado, like, comment, and subscribe. I sure would appreciate that. But let's hop into our first battles here, shall we? Going up against Tomas here, who's using a Dachsbun team. Very likely that we're seeing Lava Plume on potentially both the Armarouge and the Torkoal. Very happy that I have my rain possibility for this one. I just have to be aware that if Psychic Terrain comes out, I can't first impression with Lockix. Just want to be careful about that one. Because I really want to first impression that Meowscarada. It's something that I have found is very, very possible and likely to be able to pull off. We might go without Golden Go or Amoonguss on this game. It might just be the 4 Rainbows. Like, we might lead Palafin and Lockix with Pelipper and Squawk in the back. Because, yeah, I kind of like that a lot. Because we don't want to lead with our Weather Setter, I don't think. Because Torkoal is so slow, if we were to both lead with our Weather Setters, then they would get the Sun because it's slower. So we'd set Rain and then they'd set Sun, and then we'd be screwed because we'd have to switch back out and back in. So my instinct is to actually do this. Lockix, luckily, is while Psychic Terrain is annoying for Lockix, it is immune to Expanding Force. This is a really interesting lead. I'm switching straight out of my Palafin and going straight into Squawkabilly. It affects both of my opponent's Pokemon here. The Intimidate, that is. And I can first impression or U-turn off of the Meowscarada. If I feel like they might switch that Dachsbun into a Psychic Terrain setter, then that's what I want to do, but then U-turn's what I want to do. I'm going to U-turn because I think their Meowscarada is going to go first here, right? We're not setting Tailwind or anything crazy like that. And then it gets me a better... Like, Dachsbun might go after Lockix. Dachsbun's going to protect. That's an amazing turn 1 for me. I think. They're going to U-turn off of my Lockix. Ooh! Okay, first impression was the play there. But that's okay. We're still going to get the slow U-turn. Slow. Lockix is pretty quick, but it's going to be slower. Slowest move on the field this turn. And if they don't have Psychic Terrain, then I'll keep in mind that I can first impression later. And there's the Azumarill. So actually, they might not have the Psychic Terrain. I imagine that the Torkoal is probably in the back somewhere. Could be wrong about that, though. We could go straight Palafin here if we don't want to set Rain for our friend Azumarill. I don't hate that idea. Feels like Palafin's going to be our Terra, too. So part of me, yeah, just thinks Palafin comes in. And I'm a little nervous of what the Dachsbun's gonna do, because I don't have a special attacker with who I brought. I left both my special. I left my Golden Go at home. So part of me is like, I could taunt one of these Pokemon to stop them from belly drumming, or whatever they want to do. Like, I kind of want to taunt this guy. No, let's Parting Shot off of the Azumarill, and let's, yeah, and then we'll just Wave Crash the Dachsbun. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm hoping that if they don't, go for Belly Drum, if that's not their set, which that isn't the common Azumarill set anymore. It's actually, I think, mostly Assault Vest with just, 4 attacking moves. They're not going to Aqua Jet, so maybe we'll get lucky. We're just going to take the Dachsbun straight out. To be expected. And we're going to get the parting shot off. The question is, do I want to go into Lock X and potentially sack it? I don't think I want that. I think I want to go into Pelipper. Because I doubt they went for a water move into my Palafin, and they maybe went for a water move, but that'll go into my Pelipper, who will resist it. They did go for a water move, but they went into Pelipper. Okay, and we took that real nice. And we didn't even suffer a defense drop there, so that's cool. And then here comes their Torkoal, who... Gang, Torkoal's still not going to appreciate a... That is interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go Palafin, or sorry, I'm gonna go Squawkabilly, switch straight out, get the Intimidate on the Azumarill right now, and just go for another Wave Crash. We're gonna go into the Torkoal this time. I really don't think it likes Wave Crash even in the sun. Terra Wave Crash, Choice Band. I'm interested to see what it does, but I really don't think it likes it. They might even protect here. They're going to Terra. Are they going to Terra Fire or Terra Grass? Terra Grass. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit ahead of the playback. Spoiled the Terra Grass there. They're going to protect their... yeah, they're going to protect their Azumarill. They might be going for a... Solar Beam on this turn, which would be really cool. That did absolutely nothing. They did go for the Solar Beam, and that'll probably take out Palafin, honestly. What's weird, though, is that Squawkabilly now outspeeds, or is now super effective against... that's cool. Is now super effective against the Torkoal, too. So what I think I do here, knowing that they have the Meowscarada in the back, because I actually go Pelipper here, that all three of my remaining Pokemon are super effective against the Torkoal now. So that's pretty neat. I can Parting Shot off of the Azumarill again, maybe. I'm a little nervous about that, but... Like, Liquidation into my Squawkabilly at minus... What is it? Minus... It will be -3 after I get this Parting Shot off. Yeah, I think I can do it. And we're just going to Hurricane into this spot now. They have to either switch out or protect their Torkoal if they want to keep it this turn, I'm pretty sure. And also, the Azumarill is so low on stats that they're going to want to switch that thing out as well. And I really am loving the... they're going to switch out the Torkoal. So we're going to get a Hurricane into their Meowscarada here, which I'm not mad about at all. Let's really drop this this Azumarill stats. We'll see if it's enough to save Lockix here. Lockix is pretty low, but at -3 maybe. Although with the rain, that then helps them as well. So Lockix probably won't live like a Liquidation if that's what they want to try and do. And they weren't Sash on their Meowscarada, so they just said goodnight to that thing. They play rough my Pelipper, which is going to do really nothing. And they are going to activate my Citrus Berry. Cool. So that's really nice. It means that they're stuck at like -3. It's about to be -4 because I'm going to switch Squawkabilly back in on this turn. And we can, because we have a Pokemon in the back, we can preserve my... I can First Impression the Grass type. And we can preserve my Rain. We can switch Squawkabilly in. The bulky Pelipper is such a nice option, and you can see that I have no pressure to click Tailwind at all. So while it's really nice to have Tailwind on Pelipper in a lot of situations, this team just doesn't need it. necessarily. We have Tailbend on our Squawkabilly if we absolutely need to. First impression. Doing so much to that Torkoal. They're going to play rough into my Lockix that time. That's okay with me. That's all right. And they're going to Solar Beam into my Squawkabilly. It's going to do very little. It did more than I wanted, actually, but pretty little in the grand scheme. They might try to Aqua Jet my Squawkabilly here. I'm interested to see how much that does in the rain. But I think I can take that. You know what I can do, actually? I can Icy Wind here. That'll be super effective against the Torkoal. It'll probably take it out. And Squawkabilly can just Brave Bird into the Azumarill in that case. So I think that's my play. I thought I'd be Hurricaning into the Azumarill and just Brave Birding the Torkoal. But if there's a chance that Aqua Jet kills here, which again, the Azumarill's at -4 attack now. How strong can Azumarill be? But with huge power, with the rain at -4, I don't know, maybe. We're going to get the Brave Bird into the Azumarill. Azumarill did not go for anything. It actually is going to underspeed my not speedy Pelipper. The Icy Wind takes out the Torkoal, as I hoped. And we're going to see a play rough into Pelipper, which, yeah, just not... They need to get a crit for that to be doing anything. And this is, that's game. With my two blue boys, my two blue birdies. Very, very happy with how that one went. I think we came up against a really nice team, and they brought a combination of Pokemon that we were really able to work around with my combo. I had talked about how I was nervous about Psychic Terrain, and that never became an option for them in that game. And so we were able to pivot super well with our Rain Setter because of all of the parting shots that Squawkabilly was going for, because of the U-turn. It just, I think that that's how this team operates. And I was very happy to see it. And you saw how much First Impression did to the weak Torkoal there, despite Torkoal being so physically defensive. Can't be mad. Good game to my opponent. Whoa. Look at this team. Wow. I am not sure what's going to happen here. Huh. I mean, I like rain. We're going to have some Weather Wars here again. I like that, at least. And I like Lockix for this game a lot, actually. I see a lot of Pokemon that I can do super effective damage to with Lockix. So we're probably going to lead Lockix. And I kind of like leading Squawk as well. Let's bring the Pelipper in the back. And then either Palafin or 14th. I mean, Palafin, they both do a lot. They both do a lot. And Palafin can't get put to sleep by the Jumpluff. It can't be affected by Toxic Spikes. I'm trying to think of what this team will try to do. Yeah, I think it's 14th on this one. Let's bring Golden Go. It's my first time using Golden Go. I should bring it, right? To something. We obviously should kind of make sure that the rain is up whenever there's a fire type on my opponent's side. They're going to lead with Torkoal, though, and they're going to try and get the... I believe that the Sawsbuck must get Chlorophyll. Right? It must. They get Drought, but I doubt that they're going to be going for Eruption on this turn, right? Like, I could First Impression, and I could Parting Shot off of the Torkoal, and get my rain in so that Eruption is at -1 and there's rain on the field. Sawsbuck is actually just going to swap out hard. So who's taking a first impression here? It's the Pyroar. I'm not mad about that. Again, this is not, it's like resisted, but it's not resisted because of Tinted Lens. Glad we got that interaction. We're going to drop the Spatak. And they're going to be at full health. But we're going to get Pelipper in. And I'd love to get some damage off on these fire types. Actually, you know what? If Lockix goes down here, then we're going hard into Golden Go. Seems weird. Oh, yeah, that did nothing. I'm happy. I'm not mad about that at all. Okay. We can Axe Kick the Pyroar, but we might not need to. I think that's kind of overkill. First impression was 90 base power. U-turn is 70 base power. It's probably about 70 base power of Pyroar left. Like if we're really looking at the differences there. I think I can do that. I'm going to U-turn off of Pyroar and try and kill it. And we're going to go for just a pump. We're going to pump the Torkoal. Torkoal's going to switch out. So again, let's see how much damage our... ooh! Into a Pokemon weak to it. Let's just hit this Hydro Pump here. Hyper Voice coming out, doing so much damage. Oh my god. Is that Specs Pyroar? U-turn picks up the kill. Very happy. We preserve our first impression, which we might need to use against that Sawsbuck. Yeah, I think Squawkabilly comes out here. Because we can preserve Pelipper. We know that they have... we want to try and preserve Pelipper. That did so much damage, that Hyper Voice. Holy cow. Oh, God, and we missed the Hydro Pump. Come on, Pelipper. I need you here, pal. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to Lockix on this turn. The cool thing is that I can Parting Shot off the Torkoal. I can switch Pelipper out hard into Lockix to sack it, and then we can bring Pelipper back in on the same turn. So that Golden Go can just start doing Golden Go stuff. And the Intimidate is nice for the Sawsbuck in the back. One thing I know about Sawsbuck, I might not know what abilities it gets exactly. I know it gets Sap Sipper. Might not get Chlorophyll like I had initially said. But what I do know is that it's a physical attacker. So Intimidate's nice for that. They're going to Power Gem, take out my Lockix. That's okay. And it's likely another Eruption here, but we saw how little Pelipper took from that last Eruption in the rain at -1, which is the exact scenario again. Cool. We definitely go Golden Go now. I'm definitely clicking Make It Rain. It's rain on rain on rain. And if the Torkoal wants to stay in, it has to take a Hydro Pump. No, I Hurricane that slot. Or I U-turn that slot. To guarantee that I get rain, because they're gonna want to keep their sun up. So I can U-turn this slot, and I can make it rain, and then I think that's too much. I think I actually just Hurricane this, and I click Make It Rain. I could have done that, but then I think if we lose a Pokemon on this turn, then Pelipper and Torkoal come out at the same time, and we have that same situation with the lead, and Torkoal just sets the sun because it's slower. So I think we just do this. Glamora is actually going to go first and take out Pelipper, so that was not a factor anyway. I would have had to switch out hard there if I wanted to preserve Pelipper. And we're just going to start making it rain. That's just so much damage. Yeah. And it might factor in. Is the Sawsbuck chlorophyll? We know it's going to be at -1 attack now. I think I Brave Bird the Sawsbuck, actually, and I Shadow Ball the Torkoal. It's going to do more damage than Make It Rain, and I don't think I need to use Make It Rain. They're going to Terra. It's a Fire-type Terra. This is why I wanted to... I need to get rid of its HP. I need to lower its HP stat. They do have chlorophyll. Oh no, we might just lose here. They broke my sash. I was gonna break it anyway with Brave Bird, but I thought I'd have more HP. Uh-oh. Come on, Life Orb. Life Orb, Shadow Ball. Oh! That did half in the sun with Terra. I think it's still... Oh, it's Heat Wave. And they hit the Heat Wave on both of us. That's gonna be it. Oh, I lost to a really cool team. And I just... I underestimated how much Torkoal was going to do there because of how much of an upper hand I had against Torkoal every single turn in that game leading up to that. And what I really, really needed to do was I really needed to switch Pelipper out hard there when I was like really debating, ooh, do I go for the cheeky U-turn or do I Hurricane? Never in my mind was I like, I need to switch out hard. Completely underestimating how fast Glimmora was compared to my Golden Go. And if I had dipped out there, I would have gone to Squawkabilly. I would have taken the power gem would have gone to my Sash, and I would have just done that Make It Rain damage, which Pelipper didn't get to do anything on that turn. And then they would have been forced to go into Torkoal, and then I could have had Rain in the end game there. And instead what I had was just a full health Squawkabilly, a -1 Golden Go, and a Dream. And a Dream. And my opponent was able to capitalize on that. You know, they just won the Weather War. Really great, fun game. I'm upset that I didn't win because I think I should have won, and obviously, like, a non-standard team beating me doesn't feel great, but I also love non-standard teams, so I'm really, I'm okay with it. I'm also just so shocked by how much damage the Pyroar did. That was really cool. It's fun to see that stuff, even if I'm on the losing end. Good game to my opponent. Creolito has the Sand team. So I like my Weather Wars. And the Sylveon I can Throat Chop if I felt like I had to. I also see a couple of Pokemon that I want a first impression or do stuff with Lockix too. So that's interesting. I can't imagine they bring their Scizor to this game. The Scizor doesn't look like they do anything to me, so I should probably just write that off as an impossibility. Yeah, let's go I also think I want a Tailwind on this game. So let's go Squawkabilly, let's go Lockix. Let's bring the Pelipper in the back. I might be screwing myself with how much rock weaknesses I'm bringing. And then the Palafin, I think, has a good time against most things, especially in the rain here. So I think Palafin comes, not Golden Go. That's the plan. I think also Amoongus has way more use than I've been using it on this team, but that's mostly because I'm just like, you know, when you're using it and you're trying to win games to rise through the ranked ladder, you might bring Amoongus way more than I am. I'm trying to use the Pokemon for a YouTube channel. You know, I'm trying to win, but I'm also definitely a little more like... just a little bit more skewed for that reason. We're probably going to get faked out here, but I think I can either get a Tailwind or a First Impression off. So I'm going to try to. They fake out my Lockix. Interesting. Probably going to U-turn off of Lockix too. Yeah. Ooh, just going to take out Lockix, unfortunately. With a crit. Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. But who are they going to go out to? That's going to give me a little bit of... like, go out to the T-Tar. Let me set rain immediately. Anya. The Armarouge is going to come out. I'm okay with that, too. We're just going to get Tailwind, and we're going to go straight into Pelipper, baby. That's scary. Their guts, Hariyama. So we can go Pelipper here. They didn't bring Psychic Terrain, so I can always Jet Punch to destroy the Armarouge in the back. I think my play here is going to be to, like, Hurricane the Hariyama and Parting Shot the Armarouge. Because I need to get I need to get Pelipper in and back out. So I think my best way of doing that is Parting Shotting the Armarouge. Because the Hariyama is at -1. And while Hydro Pump will do more damage here... well, actually, no, because Hurricane's super effective. So that'll do... That's my play of choice. And I just have to hope and pray that whatever they do into my Squawkabilly slot does not absolutely crush my Palafin. I think we're going to be kind of okay because... we got drops on both of them, but I don't know. Oh! Special attacking Pelipper coming in good there. That's not good. Good turn, bad turn. Good turn, bad turn. And they did bring the Scizor. I'm shocked. I'm stunned. I'm shocked. I'm appalled. And I'm frankly... annoyed. We can go Squawkabilly to lower the attack. I'm so interested by this play. By this decision to bring Scizor. They didn't bring their Weather Wars at all. They went for the Trick Room despite Meowscarada being in the back. So I have Pokemon that are still going to underspeed Meowscarada. Maybe not, like once Tailwind dies down, we will underspeed the Meowscarada. So that's interesting. I think I just Hurricane the Scizor slot. Or I Hydro Pump it, frankly. I think I can risk a Hydro Pump here. I've earned it. And whatever the Scizor does here, they're going to have to do it -1 because we're bringing Squawkabilly in. Come on, Squawk. Energy Ball into my Squawk slot, which we're fine with. They're going to SD in my face. Right in front of my salad. Show them what's what, Pelipper. Show them what's what. We can try to Brave Bird the Scizor now. I don't know that we'll get the move off, is the problem. But we might just have to see. And... I'm so scared of the Scizor now. So my biggest problem is the Scizor. I think I have to double into the Scizor to guarantee that we take it out with something. Bullet Punch will probably, yeah, remove Squawkabilly. Probably a Psychic move coming out of Armourouge here. Oh, wait. Oh, they go down. Wait. They go down to Life Orb. I didn't know they were Life Orb yet. So we're going to get a nice Hurricane now into the Armourouge slot as long as Psychic doesn't kill me. Which it shouldn't. We're at full health, yes. And that is not bad damage. We don't get Tailwind anymore, which is okay. Because their Meowscarada's in the back. And Trick Room is up. Do you understand what that means? It means Pelipper underspeeds Meowscarada. Okay, we check the status here. We got 2 turns of Trick Room, 2 turns of Rain. I'm definitely doing this, and I'm definitely Jet Punching into the Armourouge. So we will go first. We're going to Terra Water, Jet Punch into Armourouge. And then we're going to Hurricane into the Meowscarada slot. If we had one more turn of Trick Room left, I'd be going for Icy Wind instead. But we're gonna pray that the Armourouge doesn't protect. Okay. Which a lot of Armourouges opt to run Wide Guard instead of Protect. Let's see. Incorrect. They protected the wrong Pokemon, and I honestly, like, I hate to say this, because I don't like critiquing other people's plays, but setting Trick Room, while it might have seemed like a good idea because we went for Tailwind, was your downfall. You turned out of your fast Pokemon and then set Trick Room. And now you're in a situation where you're going to outspeed my Pokemon here. I think I can actually just Drain... Oh, yeah. No, I can't Drain Punch because I'm choiced. Me sitting here critiquing another person's play, and then I literally try to switch moves on a choice band. Yeah, they're just in trouble here. They can't do anything about it. Oh, they're going to Terra. They haven't Terra'd yet. What are they going to Terra into, though? Yeah. That doesn't help you resist my Hurricane here in a second. Jet Punch to break the Sash, which is likely there. I mean, that did so much. That'll kill on the next turn. Even if Hurricane somehow missed in the rain. You know what I think this was a really great... while the Pokemon on the thumbnail are likely Squawkabilly and Lockix, we learned this weekend from that stupid regional in San Diego that Pelipper is an absolute offensive force. I haven't finished watching the tournament, so I don't know how far Pelipper goes. But in the few battles I saw Pelipper perform, people were ignoring Pelipper, and Pelipper was doing damage. And Pelipper got 3 KOs on that game. Technically, the Scizor killed itself. But the Hurricane into the Hariyama, which is typically pretty bulky. I mean, you know, even if Palafin wasn't there at the end, Pelipper was winning 1v1 versus Meowscarada in the end there, and dealing so much damage on that Hydro Pump to the Scizor, to the fact that it had to kill itself with Life Orb. Pelipper. Fun game. Good game to my opponent. Hey, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you want to use this team for yourself, be sure to let me know in the comments below. The PokePaste and the rental code are in the description below, so you can use it on Showdown. You can use it wherever the heck you want. Use it in freaking Digimon Survive for all I care, if you can figure out how to do that. And yeah, this team is very fun. I feel like Lockix didn't get to do as much as I was getting out of it on Showdown, but I got to do a couple of things, and hopefully you can see how important it is to the team. I think I brought it to every game. We have the rain. The rain was obviously so pivotal. I think we brought Pelipper to every game as well. Showed off that Pelipper is no slouch when it comes to doing damage. And Squawkabilly also really helping out with a lot of that pivoting. It's just such a fun team, gang. It's such a fun team. I hope that you use it. I hope that you find joy in using it. And I hope that you like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. YouTube tells me that about 60 to 70% of my viewers are not subscribed. Gang, we're doing this all the time. If you enjoyed this video, why not subscribe and then unsubscribe later if you're not getting what you want out of it? But the algorithm's showing you my videos anyway. You might as well subscribe to help the video grow, help the channel grow. I'd appreciate that. Regardless, your view just now, even if you don't click any of the buttons, has helped the channel grow. And I do appreciate that anyway. And yeah, Discord in the description. Good stuff. Thanks again for watching the video. Until next time, my name is Berm. See you later.